Hey, my name's Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B dealership in the state of Florida. We're number 3 in the whole United States of America, and probably the whole world too, the whole galaxy. We sell more Class Bs than almost everybody else. So my goal one day is to say we sell more than everybody, everywhere, all the time. We're not quite there yet. We are moving into a new dealership here in the next year. So hopefully the growth of the new dealership and the synergy and everything that kind of happens with that will help propel us to the next level. But for right now, we're kind of stuck around that where we're at. But it's great. All we do are Class B RVs all day, every day. Our sales team, our service team, all we have, all we sell, all we do are these great van campers, van life, Class Bs, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'll call it. I don't care. It's something. Vans, campers, short vans, mini RVs. There's lots of different names for it. But what's really cool is in 2014, we started selling strictly new RVs. So Roadtrek came to us in 2014. They were the very first, the original Class B manufacturer. They started in 1974, and that's important, and I'll tell you why in a second. But in 2014, they came to us and they said, Nick, you guys sell a lot of used Class Bs. We want you to sell new Class Bs for us. And I said, you know, that's a good idea. So we started a relationship with Roadtrek in 2014, and 2019, when they kind of had their little bump in the road, we were their number 6 or 8 dealership in the country. We had a ton of new Roadtreks. Then they got acquired by Rapido over in France, and now they are back making some great European-inspired, high-quality Class B vans. We were the first North American dealer to sign back up with them because we believe in them, and we truly are on board with what Roadtrek is doing. And so fast forward to now, 2024, we are the top Roadtrek dealer in the country, and they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, 1974 to 2024. 50th anniversary, and they have made this beautiful Roadtrek Chase to celebrate that 50th anniversary. They're calling it the Chase 50. I guess they dropped the anniversary on the end of it, but the Chase 50. We debuted this at the Tampa Super Show a couple months ago, and we sold a boatload of them. It was by far the best seller we had at the Tampa Super Show. And there's a lot of reasons why. The ProMaster Chassis is great, the way it looks is great, the way it feels, the way it's priced, everything around it. Roadtrek gives you a 2-year warranty where everyone else gives you a 1-year warranty. Lots of really cool things about this Roadtrek. So in this video, we're gonna dive all into the Roadtrek. We're gonna go inside of it, we're gonna go outside of it, and I'm gonna show you what makes this a very, very strong contender if you're looking for a Class B van on a ProMaster chassis with twin beds, with lithium. This should definitely be one of the ones that you check out because Roadtrek has knocked it out of the park with this Chase 50. So we're gonna go around the outside of it, and I'm gonna show you about the ProMaster. You know, one of the things about Class B RVs is they look like vans. They look like the Amazon van, they look like your plumber's van, they look like the locksmith's van. So it's really easy to boondock in some of these, which is great. But, you know, when you look at it, Roadtrek does a great job of painting everything around the van, which I really like. I like when all of the black cladding on the bumper, on the sides is all painted. So this is the brand new ProMaster upgraded chassis. So this has the new headlights, the new fog lights, all the new features that ProMaster is offering. The new safety features, which is the blind spot assist, the crosswind detection. It has the big nav screen. It has the all of the new features that they come with, which I really like. I think ProMaster, we have people every day right now trading in their old ProMaster chassis for this new one. The RV may be the same, but the chassis itself drives better, feels better, a lot smooth. That 9-speed transmission is a game changer when it comes to this ProMaster chassis. Nice alloy wheels, nice big mirrors. One thing that Roadtrek does on these Zions is they give you a power step. So you have a nice Thule power step. This is the same step they've been using for 10 years. Someone asked me the other day, hey, is this step gonna start corroding or rusting or having issues? You know, we replace so few of these steps every year that I can confidently say the step's not having issues, you know, like that's great. That's a good step because it's not there when you're not using it, and when you need it, it's there. So it's pretty nice. So as you're walking through, something else that Roadtrek does is they give you these big, long, black windows. I really like that. I like how they're not broken up. I like how it's not just painted or vinyl, that it's a true, nice, big window. They do have the Truma Combi system. The Truma system has the air conditioner. They have a Truma air conditioner, a Truma furnace, and Truma hot water heater. So all of that is made by Truma, which is one of the top brands in the RV industry. This is the little container here. They give you a gravity-fed waste hose, and they give you a macerator. So this is the macerator hose right here. And what's cool about it is this thing is huge. It's long, it's thick. You know, our waste is very acidic, right? And so they give you a very, very high quality black tank hose. And this thing pulls out, I don't know how long this is. What is that, 10 feet, 15 feet? So no matter where you're parked, when you want to dump it, you just put it there, you unscrew it, stick it there, walk over to here, and there's a button right here that you press. There's a red button here, and you press this button, and this is how you dump it. So you hold this little button down right here, so that way you're nice and far. If something explodes or makes a mess, you can kind of watch it from over here. You kind of, you know, do like this, kind of like you're setting off a firework, you know? You kind of come over in the corner, you press a button, and it macerates, it grinds all of the waste out of the van into the thing. So I love their attention to quality. I love that they care this much about your waste. It's kind of nasty, but they truly care. This is an example of the quality that Roadtrek puts into things. They give you the gravity fed, they also give you the macerator, and they give you this really, I mean, if you can see, this thing is heavy duty waste tank. So very cool how that thing is there. As you're walking through, there's also an outdoor shower. This is hot and cold water. So any mess you do make, you can obviously clean it right there with your hot and cold water shower. I like, you know, Chase 50. It's kind of straight to the point. You know, I don't know if I would have said Chase 50th anniversary edition, but you know, Chase 50. Nice and simple. Canadians, nice and simple. So very clean look on the outside there. As we're coming around here, you do have your plug, which is your short power plug there. You have your city water outlet back here. And you have a tow hitch. So this thing can tow up to, I think, 3,500 pounds on the ProMaster chassis. If you look up here, you do see you have cameras there. So this has like that bird's eye view camera. That's all part of those new safety features. I like how they don't put anything on the back, right? Very simple. If you want to put a bike rack, you can. If you want to put an owl van carrier, you can do that. If you want to put there's lots of different things. What we've been doing lately, almost every day for the last month, we've been installing Rover van gear on the back of these ProMasters. They are the only company that has started making a spare tire carrier, a ladder, and the tire on there. And I'm gonna send you a picture, Tim, so you can post it right now and show people what it looks like, because it's super high quality. The ladder, you can climb up and check out your roof. And Scott Watson, a good friend of mine from Go Small, Live Large, has one on his van, and he got rear-ended and no damage to his van at all. It took a little tiny dent on the spare tire carrier. So it protected his van and it gives him a spare tire. So pretty cool double feature there. So they leave the back open for you because everybody RVs differently, right? Everyone uses something different when they RV. So now we're on the camping side. You have your awning, so you let the awning out. There's LED lights in there. This is where you camp. This is where you hang out. Lots of space here. And there again, I like the big open windows. Something unique about Roadtrek as well. This is where your propane tank is, and they give you this little outlet right there that you can hook up a propane grill. So if you have like a little propane grill and you want to use the propane from your RV propane tank, you just kind of hook it in, and now you have propane. You don't have to carry two different propane tanks, so that way you can use that propane grill. So I really like how Roadtrek gives you that right where you're gonna grill, right where you're gonna use it. It's ready and accessible. So, you know, being that they've been making these Roadtreks Class Bs for 50 years. They have seen everything, they've heard everything, and they've thought of everything. And Roadtrek is definitely celebrating 50 years, but you know, we're all celebrating that 50 years ago, Roadtrek really started the Class B movement. They've really started making the Class Bs. Nobody else was making them in 1974 besides Roadtrek. So very cool. And over the next 30 years, only like really Roadtrek, Pleasureway, Airstream, a few other small and then here in the last 10 years, it's really blown up because of all the innovation and all that. But Roadtrek is definitely the pioneer of the cloud. They're also the pioneer of the lithium battery system, which we're about to cover when we walk in here. All the lithium, all the capability, everything that this Chase 50 has to offer. So jump inside and you're gonna love the inside, I bet, a little more than you like the outside. Okay, so I am sitting in the cab inside of this brand new Chase 50. It is solid white on the outside, and on the inside, it has this really cool sage green interior, cabinet doors with a white sand cabinets. So it's a sage green, white sand accents. I think it's a very, very nice and cool look. You know, my wife is an interior designer, and she tends to know aesthetics and vibes and feels and all that. And when I showed her this, she said, wow, an RV that actually looks decent. You know, she was a little impressed. But, you know, I like having the different colors, the white sand and the sage green, and then the metal handles. I think it just gives it a nice, and then you also have the white countertops. It just gives it a nice, cool look. You know, my house, we have different color cabinets here and cabinets there, and upper cabinets, lower cabinet. There's like different colors everywhere. And I think that gives it a really cool look. So the Chase 50 has some things that are unique, right? So it is the Chase 50. It has this really nice high-end Italian leather. It does offer these really cool LED light strips in the back. It also kind of has a different floor plan. I'll show you some of that stuff as we go back. But right now we're in the cab of the ProMaster. You can see this has the big nav screen. It has Apple CarPlay. It has USB ports, USB ports, push button start, which is pretty new for ProMaster. It also has a charging port right here. So you can put your phone right there and it charges your phone as you drive down the road. Blind spot assist, all those safety features I mentioned earlier, this ProMaster has. And both of these seats do swivel. So that way you can have a little dinette here. You have a table here. So you can have a little area of the table. You can have this, and then both the seats swivel. You know, I always say this, but I like to sleep in. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My wife likes to sleep in. I like to get up a little earlier. That didn't happen this morning, actually. When I woke up this morning, my wife was already awake. But typically, when we're just kind of hanging out on vacation in an RV, I'll get up early, I'll make me some coffee, and you know, there's no newspapers at RV parks, so I'll just kind of get my iPad, my phone, make my coffee, and I'll sit up here in a separate area. I'll read my Bible, catch up on sports, and my wife will be sitting in the back, still sleeping, or, you know, pretending like she's sleeping so I don't bother her. But she'll just be kind of hanging out in the back, and I will be sitting up here. But I like how there's, in a small RV, I mean, we're 20 feet, 11 inches here. You know, Class B ProMaster. You have two separate situations. You have a whole bedroom back there, and you have a whole living room hangout area here. So as we're walking through here, you know, this is a nice big area. I really like this. If you do have a dog or multiple dogs, we had somebody come in the other day with a dog that was literally bigger than me to buy an RV. And this is a perfect spot for the dog to hang out, for the cat, whatever kind of pets you have. But this is kind of the area that you kind of walk in and out. This is where you'll be cooking. This is where you're hanging out if you have the table there and the chairs. This kind of brings you into the bathroom as well. But this is where kind of your control panel is. So this is the Firefly that controls everything on the coach. So you can turn all the lights on or off. You can control them independently. You can see all your tanks, your Truma, your water pump. You know, Roadtrek was the originator, like I mentioned, of the lithium battery system. This particular Chase has 600 amp hours of lithium batteries. It also has a 3,000 watt inverter. It has tons of solar on the roof. It has an underhood generator. So it has this great lithium system. This Truma air conditioner can run 6 to 8 hours on this lithium system without being plugged in, without driving down the road, without needing any other power, just strictly on the batteries. So Roadtrek has done a great job with their lithium system. They were the originators of it. They are the ones that really started, and everybody else, it's kind of like the iPhone. You know, the iPhone 1 came out, and I remember I was in line. I had the original, very, very first iPhone on the very, very first day it came out. And I'll tell you, I've never had another phone since. And that's how people feel about these vans. When they get a van with lithium, no matter how long ago it was, they're like, man, I'm never going back to something without lithium, because it truly is a game changer in the industry. So they've been using this lithium system for the last 10 years. So it is tested, it is true, tried and true. It's something that works. So everything can be controlled here. Everything can be controlled from, you know, lights. Also, you can turn lights on and off like this. So that's pretty neat as well, being able to individually do it, or here, the Truma air conditioners in the back. This does have a big screen. So I really like this big screen to where it's there. And when you want to leave, it's just magnetized. You just open it up and you just walk right out. But it does kind of give your dog or cat or your animal some type of boundary to, some type of boundary to where they stay in the coach when you want them to stay in the coach, even with the door open. So let's do the bathroom first, and then we'll jump into the kitchen. So nice big double door bathroom. It does come with some toilet paper, which is nice. Double door bathroom. You have a shower, you have a sink. You can sit on here, which is very, you know, lots of space, lots of room. You have areas here for all of your stuff. You brush your teeth here, wash your hands. Here's your shower head. You do have a separate light, hot water, cold water. Everything is here. There's a curtain. Also, if you want to keep the doors open, you can use the curtain. If you want to close the doors and use a curtain, you can do that as well. You know, there's room for everything in here. You know, side bath tends to be a little smaller than something in a rear bath. But, you know, 6 foot tall, 238 pounds, you saw, I mean, I fit in there, obviously. It's not somewhere you're going to hang out for hours every day, but it is something that when you need it, it's there. And, you know, two big reasons why people buy Class B vans. The first one is they need to have a bathroom with them wherever they go. The second one is they have a dog, or typically a dog or a cat, and they need to have somewhere for their dog to hang out when they go shop or hike or eat or ride bikes or kayak or fish or swim, whatever it is they do. So those are the two big reasons why people are buying these vans. So very, very usable bathroom, lots of space for the dog, lots of flexibility with the lithium. So now we're in the kitchen. So I like to cook 2 meals. I cook breakfast every Saturday or Sunday for my kids, and I cook steak and burgers. Other than that, that's like the extent of my cooking ability. So I don't know how, I can probably cook a good breakfast in here, but if I'm not cooking one of those meals, I'm doing ham and cheese, I'm doing peanut butter and jelly, I'm doing cinnamon toast crunch. So that's like the extent of my diet. That's why I'm slightly overweight. But what's cool is you have space, right? So you have the induction stove, you have space. I'm trying to find the stove, here it is. There is a cover. I always put it somewhere. So you have a cover for the sink. It's backwards. Let's see. There you go. So you have a cover for the sink that kind of fits. And you have a lot of cooking space here. You have the extension here. You got this. People tend to store stuff inside of here if they want. They tend to use this as, you know, just kind of everyone uses an RV differently. So you have a microwave, you got countertops, lots of storage here, nice big drawer here, lots of storage under here as well. What's unique? So what is unique about this Zion? So no other van in the Class B industry that I have been a part of or that I've seen elevates their fridge off of the ground like this and lifts it up high enough to where you never have to bend down to get inside of it. As we get older, I'm 42 years old, as we get older, bending down and getting things up off the ground, it tends to get a little harder. So when Roadtrek elevated this fridge, I thought it was one of the smartest things they did. It doesn't cost any money. It's not like an upgraded option or anything that oh, it's so innovative. They elevated the fridge. No, it's just something that is very useful and very nice. So nice, big elevated fridge and freezer. It is up off the ground. Oh, that is, I mean, there is ice in there. That is frozen. But nice, big elevated fridge. Nice freezer. I like that it's white. That kind of goes with the aesthetic, as my wife says, the aesthetic of the van. Also, there is this pantry So you can put food in here, you can put shoes in here, you can put clothes, you can put dishes. I got no idea, whatever everybody does. You know, everyone does something different, but nice pantry there. A nice big pot and pan drawer. This is probably the biggest drawer I've ever seen in a Class B van. There's not typically drawers like this. So nice big cabinet with a wardrobe. What's that called? A clothes hanger. So you can hang clothes from it. You got your leg for the table and you got a little solar controller in there. But nice big cabinet. And I like how open it is. I like this little piece of glass. I think that gives it a nice flair, nice aesthetic will be the word of the day today. A nice aesthetic. And it just kind of opens it up. So nice, you know, big cabinet here that locks, little cabinet here that has a plug in it, cabinet here as well that has some stuff in it. So nice big cabinets, nice big twin beds. There's another Firefly here in the back that you can control everything that the Firefly in the front did. You can also do it back here. But now we're in the back. So you got a 24-inch TV, that's a smart TV, and you have these nice big beds. So nice big beds with seatbelts. I think they added seatbelts. I don't think the Chase typically came with seatbelts. So there are seatbelts on the passenger side, which is nice as well. These beds, these are thick. I mean, look how thick that is. You don't typically find beds that are that thick and that comfortable. So this is really comfortable to sit on. This is that nice high-end, what they are calling Italian leather. The CEO of Roadtrek, this guy named Massimo, I had dinner with him, super nice guy. He's from Italy, he is Italian, so he probably has some connection for this nice Italian leather. And then the owner of Roadtrek, Pierre and Nicholas. Pierre's the dad, Nicholas is the son. They're from France, and they have a real cool castle and winery in France, but they sell tens of thousands of vans in Europe every year. And this is their only American company, which is Roadtrek, and they really put a lot of pride in it. So they're bringing over some of these European colors and these European flares and different things like the pivot, and now they're bringing the Westphalia, and they're doing a good job of bringing some innovation here to North America. But what's cool, so check this out. That's something, so that way when you're laying down, it's like this. You kind of have an elevated head. My wife tells me I don't snore as much when I'm elevated, when I'm sleeping. You know, we've been married 20 years now. We just celebrated our 20th anniversary, and she thinks I need to get one of those Darth Vader masks when I sleep because I snore so much. I don't know if I'm willing to do that, but she asked me if I love her that much, and I said, of course I love you that much, but she wants me to wear one of those things. I don't know if I'm willing to do it, but we don't have elevated head things either. So maybe that might be the first step before I put a mask on my face to sleep. But what's cool is if you want it flat, it's flat. If you don't, it's not. This does combine to make one big bed. So you take these mattresses here and you can combine it in the middle and you can make one big bed as well. And everybody loves storage. There's a big storage drawer there, a big storage drawer here, and there is a table. So the leg, which is right here, it very easily attaches right here, and then there it is. And then the table there will come and just sit right on top of it. I can't really finagle it, but the table there comes and sits right here. So now you have a table, leg, and everything all right here. So you can have a big table, little table, couple tables, so lots of cool things that go. So all of this kind of hooks together to make your dinette. You know, Roadtrek, we are very proud to represent Roadtrek. They do a great job with their layouts. They do a great job with their quality. They have a 2-year warranty. And something like, so they started making the Zion 15 years ago. One of the cool things about the Zion was this pass-through storage. Now, I know this is the Chase. It's a little different, but what people love is you open these back doors, and you can throw anything down the middle there. If you have lumber, if you're going grocery shopping, if you have bikes, if you have kayaks, canoes, whatever it is you use, you just throw it right down the middle. Tons of storage. And if you have a dog and your dog's coming in and out, if you're just hanging out back here, you know, there is a screen for nighttime, there's a screen for daytime, keep the bugs out, but very cool, wide open. Oh, here we go. Nice little storage there. Nice little storage here. Very cool, wide open area there as well. So this is the Chase 50. This is their 50th anniversary. They did some really cool stuff to it. I think that if you're looking for a Class B van that has twin beds, that has lithium on a ProMaster, very high quality, 2-year warranty, Truma AC, lots of cool things, I think the Chase 50 should definitely be on the top of your list. I think that obviously not one van is for everybody, but I think this checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. We've sold more of these in the last couple months than any other Roadtrek for sure. This has been our best-selling Roadtrek in the last couple months because they've done some really cool things to it. So big fans of Roadtrek. You know, free delivery from Sunshine State RVs anywhere in the country. We flatbed all of our vans in so they have no miles on them. So when you're getting a van from us, you know you are the one doing your own break-in. You are the one who's starting everything with the van. We go to the extra mile to make sure that it is perfect and right and you know how to use it and all of that. So thanks for watching this video. Free shipping anywhere in the country, or we will fly you into Gainesville to pick up your new RV and put you up for a couple nights. Let me know if you have any questions, but there again, thanks for watching these videos that we do.